Good morning, dear students. Good morning, all of you. Today, I'm going to wind up this lesson. Lost Spring, as I told you, Lost Spring is a sad commentary on the theme of child labor, right? The writer has met two boys and their families and some other people in the neighborhood, and he has come to the conclusion that in number one in Simapuri there is a boy called Sahib, and Sahib is a representative of all the migrant workers from Bangladesh during the 1971 Bangladesh war, liberation war. So at that time, Sahib and his family migrated from Dhaka, Bangladesh, to the outskirts of Delhi, okay, in a place called Simapuri. And since then, they have been there in Simapuri, living their life by rag picking, okay, and garbage to them is like gold, very useful. Sometimes children get some useful stuff, sometimes silver coins, money, they are in the garbage. So for children, scrounging for gold is something which is their hobby, whereas for the elderly people it's a means of survival. Garbage scrounging is a means of survival for the elderly people in Simapuri, right? Then we have also come to know about another place called Firozabad, where the writer has taken an interview of a boy called Mukesh, and Mukesh is the representative of all the boys and girls of Firozabad. Okay, Firozabad has a tradition of bangle making industry. And all the family, all the families in this neighborhood are engaged in the family tradition of bangle making, okay, profession. They are engaged in bangle making profession, and it has its demerits because children are also engaged in the factory. As a result, they become blind even at the very prime time of their life, at a very tender age. They are exposed to high temperature, they are exposed to the dark, confined space, dingy like, prison like place. As a result, it has a strain on their eyesight. Their eyesight gets damaged. So the writer is feeling very pained, okay, to find out the sordid affairs or the sad affairs of those people who live in Simapuri, Firozabad, right? So this is what we have been studying, and then the writer has taken interview of the family members of Mukesh. But Mukesh appears to be somewhat different from the rest of his family members. Why? Because Mukesh wants to be a motor mechanic. Mukesh wants to break away from the tradition of bangle making, and he wants to drive a car, he wants to repair vehicle, so he wants to be a motor mechanic, which is somewhat challenging job for him because he has to travel a lot of distance to the nearby garage in order to learn this particular trick of repairing automobiles, okay. So but still he nurtures this dream and he wants to pursue this dream in future. So the writer comes to know about the ambition of Mukesh, and he feels happy that at least a boy is there who wants to break away from the family tradition of bangle making and pursue his career somewhere else, away from the dingy cells or from the confined space of the glass bangle industry. Okay, so we have finished mostly this. See here, we have finished this. Yeah. So dear students, now let's begin from here today. As you can see here, uh, from here let me revise so that you are able to understand this. uh, yes, it's going to be over only, but still let me start from here then. Okay. uh, the cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles, not even enough to eat, rings in every home. Okay, so the cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles. Okay, so every every household has the business of bangle making. They have no, they cannot pursue any other profession. They have the only profession, the bangle making is their only profession. This is what they appear to be involved into. Okay, and the young men echo the lament of their elders. The young men echo the lament means sadness of their elders. Little has moved with time, it seems. In Firozabad the situation of following the family tradition of bangle making has been there for a long time, generations together, and with time it has not improved. It has remained the same. Okay, now also young generation also keep following the same tradition of bangle making. Years of numbing toil have killed all initiative and the ability to dream. Years of mind numbing toil. Okay. Now, years of lot of hard work, okay, have killed all the initiative and the ability to dream. Now they do not dream. They do not dare also to take up any profession except bangle making. They cannot dare to adopt or dare to embrace any other profession, right? They have, it seems, reconciled to their faith. They are reconciled to their fate. They have already adjusted their life with this profession itself. Therefore, years of mind numbing toil have killed all their initiatives and the ability to dream. Why not organize yourselves into cooperatives? The writer suggested, just asked one question to Mukesh. Why not organize yourselves into a cooperative? I asked, no, not Mukesh. He asked a group of young men, of course, who have fallen into the vicious circle of middlemen who trapped their fathers and forefathers. So when the writer asked a group of young men, why don't you organize yourselves into a cooperative? What they say is that they say that even if we get organized, we are the ones who will be hauled up by the police, beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal. So even if we make an union, even if we come together and make an union to protest, in that case we shall be hauled up by the police and put behind the bars. We shall be beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal. That is why we cannot form ourselves or organize ourselves into a cooperative. There is no leader among them, no one who could help them see things differently. Their fathers are as tired as they are. Their fathers are as tired as they are. They talk endlessly in a spiral that moves from poverty to apathy to greed. Okay, they talk endlessly uh, in a spiral, in a kind of it's a sort of a vicious circle, you can say, where their life is confined to poverty, to apathy. Apathy means indifference. Okay, apathy means indifference on the part of the government authorities. They do not pay attention to their needs, to their demands, to their welfare. So that is why it's an apathy to the greed and to injustice. Okay. Then greed for earning money out of them, and then to injustice, because they are meted out a lot of injustice by the local authorities, right? So their life is confined from poverty to indifference to greed and injustice. This is where their life is confined. It's a vicious circle. They cannot come out of this particular circle. Listening to them, I see two distinct worlds: one of the family, Okay, two distinct worlds they are uh, involved into, they are strapped into two distinct worlds. One of the family caught in a web of poverty, burdened by the stigma of caste in which they are born. Okay, one is the societal prejudice. Okay, one of the family caught in the web of a poverty. Okay, they are caught in the web of poverty, burdened by the stigma of caste, and in addition, they are also labeled as low caste, high caste, all this. Okay, they are they have become victims of caste discrimination also. And in the society level, in the community level, they are they are trapped by the sahukars, middleman, policeman, keepers of law, that is police, the bureaucrats and the politicians. Okay, on the one hand they are trapped in their family by a web of poverty and the stigma of caste in which they are born. On the other hand, they are trapped by the sahukars, middlemen, policemen, keepers of law, bureaucrats, and the politicians. Together, they have imposed the baggage on the child that he cannot put down. Okay, it's a metaphorical way of saying it's a literary sentence. Try to understand this sentence. Together, they have imposed the bag. Them in society, people of society imposed the bag on the child that he cannot put down. Okay, he has to carry on with this burden. Bag is a metaphor. Baggage is a metaphor for burden, responsibility. Okay, early in their childhood, they are burdened with a lot of responsibilities. So you can imagine, dear students, how much fortunate you are. You have no burden, you have no responsibility, except for the fact that you be responsible for your own studies and your own things. Okay, but think about those children. They are so poor, and not only are they poor, they are also the victims of the society. Okay, lot of injustice is being meted out to them, and moreover they have to work to earn money everyday basis. They have no time to go to school and study. Okay, they have to, on an everyday basis, they need to earn money to support their family, to support themselves, right? So in comparison to the deplorable life of those slum children, of those people belonging to Firozabad, you are we are much more fortunate. Okay, so that is why we feel empathy, we feel empathetic towards them. Okay, we feel empathetic towards them, but it is the responsibility of government to provide food and shelter to them. But anyway, in India, law is neither enforced nor respected. Okay, so anyway, you see here, together they have imposed the baggage on the child that he cannot put down. Before he is aware, he accepts it as naturally as his father. Okay, he accepts it as naturally as his father. Um, as naturally as his father. Then you can see, to do anything else would mean to dare. So if he wants to do anything else besides being involved in the Bengal making, then he has to dare. And daring is not part of his growing up. Okay, daring is not a part of his growing up, because since childhood he has not seen what daring is all about. Therefore, daring is not a part of his growing up, right? When I sense a flash of it in Mukesh, I am cheered. So whenever the writer can see a glimmer of mm, hope in Mukesh, he wants to do something different. The writer becomes so happy. I want to be a motor mechanic, he repeats. He will go to a garage and learn, but the garage is a long way from his home. Garage is very long from his home, but he says, I will walk. He insists. Do you also dream of flying a plane? He says, do you also insist of dream of flying a plane? He is suddenly silent. No, he says, staring at the ground. In his small murmur, there is an embarrassment that has not yet turned into regret. He is content, means he is satisfied to dream of cars that he sees hurtling down the streets of his town. Few airplanes fly over Firozabad. So he is very much happy. Uh, at the thought that he will be a motor mechanic, because he has and he has seen a lot of automobiles, because lot of vehicles rush down on the streets of his town. So he is quite familiar with vehicles, and that is why it is within his reach. That is why he wants to become a motor mechanic. Few airplanes fly over Firozabad, and Mukesh is, of course, not very much familiar with airplane also, and moreover, it's very difficult for him. Therefore, he is happy at becoming uh, this motor mechanic only. Okay, so that is what the writer is saying. He is becoming very happy to think that Mukesh has learned to dare. Okay, Mukesh has learned to dare. He wants to break loose from the society, and he wants to pursue his career. Okay, he pursue his career as a motor mechanic, right? So this is what he aspires to be, and this is what is liked by the writer as well. Okay, the writer likes the fact that Mukesh wants to be a motor mechanic, right? But dear students, hopefully you are able to understand what I am saying, right? You are able to understand what I am saying. So now you see, he is suddenly silent. He has become suddenly silent. Uh, no, he says, staring at the ground. In his small murmur, there is an embarrassment that has not yet turned into regret. He is content. He is saying he is content. Why? How he is content? He is content means satisfied to dream of cars that he sees hurtling down the streets of his town. Few airplanes fly over Firozabad. So this is how the story comes to an end. So dear students, as you have seen here, this lesson is a sad commentary on the deplorable condition that the slum children live. Okay, and their life is very deplorable. They do not have access to education. Government does not take care of their education and the basic needs of those families. Therefore, these families live a deplorable life, and the writer is creating awareness so that some NGOs or government authorities also start paying attention to the upliftment of these people. Okay, so that is the why the writer has written this story, so as to create awareness among people, so that they uh, come forward and help these people come out of their grinding poverty, right? So dear students, this is how the story comes to an end. Okay, this is where the story comes to an end. Now, if you can see the question and CRT text, you can find in my website. Okay, you just study first. You have to understand the theme first. Okay, and then you go ahead with your theme. Okay, what could be some of the reasons for the migration of people from village to cities? Right. Then, would you agree that promises made to poor children are rarely kept? Why do you think this happens in the incidents narrated in the text? So there are many questions. Okay, so I am sending you the attendance link, dear students. Please do select your name and register your attendance quickly, and come back to YouTube. I'm waiting. I'm giving you 1 minute time. you please register your attendance and come back quickly to YouTube once again. Okay. Sorry, this is the attendance, dear students. Please ignore this one. Please ignore the previous one. See, dear students, I'll show you. As you mark your attendance, it comes directly to me. So 20 students have so far given attendance. Okay. Who is the first? Pravas Sharma was the first to give attendance. As you can see here, Pravas Sharma is the first to give attendance. Okay. Followed by Arya Dwivedi, then Uday, Tanvi, Bhagyasri, Guneshwar, Alma, Chaitanya, Harshit, Nidhi, Kailani, Mayur, Sadvika, Gaurav, Rishraj, then Gauri, Utkarsh, Salendra, Suhani, Mansi, Vinith. Okay, so as you mark your attendance, dear students, it will come to me straight away here. Okay, as you mark your attendance, it will come straight away to me. Vinith. So 21 students have already given. 21 students have already given attendance. Uh, attendance. What about the rest? What about the rest of the students? Very few students are uh, present. It seems. Yesterday, let me check. Yesterday there were 39 students. Dear students. There are 39 students who were present yesterday. Today the attendance has come down. See, it starts from 2 here, so it's 39. Yesterday 39 students gave attendance. Okay, but today only now Bhushan has given Sahiba, Bhushan, last two. Okay, so it means that rest of them are not present. So your attendance will seal at 10:15. Okay, by 10:15 I'll close the attendance by 10:15. Okay, so please, if you are present, if you are listening to me, if you are watching me, you please register your presence quickly so that I can close it at 10:15. I shall close your attendance at 10:15. Right, so please register your attendance. It's a real-time update. As and when you give your attendance, it comes to me. It's a real-time upload. It's a real-time update. Therefore, uh, please do register your attendance quickly. Yes, somebody else has given now. That is Sravani Paipare. Sravani has given just now. Sravani has also given just now. So a total of 25 students have so far marked their attendance here. A total of 25 students have so far given their attendance. The last being Prakhar Bhumia. Prakhar Bhumia has just given attendance. Prakhar, where is there? Prakhar might not have been there in the live class. This is why he is so late to give attendance. Okay. Prakhar was not there, it seems. He had just come here. Prakhar, it's class 12. We need to be very, very sincere from now. You cannot afford to be like what you are in class 11. You got to be, all of you got to be very much up and doing. You've got to be very much committed to your studies. As it is class 12, it is the board exam year. So you need to be very, very attentive, very, very focused on your study. Okay, so that you can perform well in board examination, right? So dear students, what we can do is, right, like for example, you can see I have already mm, I have uploaded many things on my website, so you please go through these things. mm, you please explore my website. If you explore it now, then you will see lot of things. You'll be able to see lot of things, dear students. If you um, if you just browse through my website now, you will be able to see a lot of things. Okay, so here you can see where is lost spring. It's not showing here. It must show, no? Yeah, it is there. As you can see, dear students. Okay, so as you can see here, theme is given. So you please go through the theme once. You understand what is this story all about, and the video explanation is also there. See, for video explanation, click here. So video explanation is also given there. Okay, then it is theme. Please go through the theme so that you understand it better, and then think as you read. See, page wise I've uploaded these questions, extra questions for you. Okay, so you please go through this, and concept video also. If you click here, it will take you to the YouTube channel where you shall be able to see the concept video lost spring. Okay, so it is the lost spring. Mm, this is the concept video for you, so you can please go through this concept video, right? So this is the concept video of the same lesson. Okay, so please go through this concept video. Dear students, that's it. I have um, for you. That's what I have for you today. And you please update me about your farewell program. Okay. Uh, update me about your farewell program, dear students, so that we can go ahead with the program as scheduled. Okay, and as of today, let me sign off now because I've got another class. Okay, to conduct. So please do go through the concept video as well as the text what I have just shown you from my website. Till we meet, so dear students, let us meet day after tomorrow. Then Friday we'll meet. Okay, so let's give it a break tomorrow. So we shall meet on Friday once again, right? Thank you so much, dear students, for staying connected with me, and we look forward to meeting again on Friday with another lesson. Okay, so bye bye, take care till we meet on Friday. It's myself signing off from your class. Thank you.